Welcome to our preview of the E-commerce Exchange. As you'll see, it's very easy for people to log in. Once they've registered, all they need to have is their email address to log in. You'll see the conference center in the back, and there'll be brief instructions for people on how to maximize their experience as an attendee. Once you've logged in, you'll come into the lobby, which is very much like a lobby in any other event. You have your information booth where they can find the different booths that are in the exhibit hall, and you'll also find out about how to go directly to those. There'll also be information here for the exhibitors as well as the attendees. As you see up at the top, this is our rotating sponsor banners, and for our sponsors, these are also interactive. So if you click on a sponsor banner, it's going to take you directly to their display in the exhibit hall. The auditorium is where we host all of our speakers, and we have live as well as recorded speakers. I'll take you into the auditorium, and in the auditorium you're going to see, as if you were viewing an actual speaker, you choose the track that you want to view, and then you open it, and then you'll be able to view it on demand.
And clearly there's going to be an impact. So I'm not disputing that increasing CO2 emissions in the atmosphere is going to have an impact. It'll have a warming impact. How large it is what is very hard.
People can choose by tracks based on category, or they'll also be able to see whatever we want them to see if we have a live event, or we can actually only show one category at a time. I'll take you now quickly into the library. The library is where we have information such as downloads for white papers, reports, information in multiple categories. If you're interested just in finance, you can go here and find out direct information, and everything comes up as an article pop-up, and they can actually download it into their briefcase, which you'll see down here at the bottom. That way people aren't having to download one document at a time onto their hard drive. They can just take all the information they're interested in, put it in their briefcase, and review it when they get back to their office. In the Learning Center, if you're interested in sponsoring a classroom, you'll see that we'll have a sponsor graphic at the top, actually welcoming the people and telling them who our sponsors are. But you can go to any individual classroom and find out the information in that classroom. And when we have direct sponsors of a classroom, the classroom will be labeled by the sponsor name, such as Classroom OSBO, Classroom AT&T, and then only the topics that are in their classroom will be visible here. The other thing that we're able to do is put a series of classes. So if you sponsor a classroom, we ask you to do one general training, which talks about your topic in general. It tells people about the learning objectives, what they're going to find out. Then if you have any fee-based training, we would want to make sure that that's very clearly labeled in the description area so people understand that there is a fee. But all the payments go directly to the classroom sponsor. We do not collect payments, we do not distribute payments, and we are doing everything in the exhibit hall, and every access is at no cost. So we ask that there is some no-cost training as well as fee-based, and all of it does have to be approved before it's uploaded. You can also do a series where you would not have to completely populate your classroom in the beginning. You could start off with your introduction, then you could add your session 1, session 2, session 3, and build your classroom in phases. That way you can do your publicity and invite people to the individual classes as you post them. It gives you a way to have ongoing content marketing. In the lounge, we'll be hosting live networking events in a global networking environment. We'll have lunch and learns. We'll have a way for people to come here and meet our sponsors. We'll put our sponsors' social media links, direct links back to the sponsor displays, direct information about the sponsors, and ways for people to connect. We'll also be featuring blogs from eco bloggers around the world and press releases and news. The exhibit hall is where we actually have our virtual showcases. The companies will have their actual booth, which you can see they're all designed in a similar manner with a left leg and a right leg banner, a center graphic, the name of the company, and the header. And we will give you the dimensions of all the things needed. The booths are built by us, so we make it very easy for you in a done for you environment. And we will give you the dimensions and everything we need for the graphics to create your banners if you don't already have banner designs. You'll also notice that if you're not just an exhibitor but also a sponsor, our sponsor banners will be rotating throughout the exhibit hall, and that will give more visibility to our sponsors. And if you actually click on a sponsor banner, it takes you to more information about that sponsor and gives them a way to have more detail and even go directly to the sponsor's exhibit. When you click on the center graphic, it takes you directly into the display. We'll go into this display, and I'll show you that when people enter your display, the first thing they see is your video, your welcome videos. You can have presentations, you can have actual product information, you can have pictures, so we can be very flexible. This needs to be your pitch, your sales, your information to your consumers, and our audience is a business to business audience. So think about educating and informing the businesses about your product and why they need to do business with you rather than thinking of it as only a sales tool. Here's where you'll have your content information, and it can be information about, you can have your website link, you can have links to certain pages on your website, you can have details about your products, and then downloads about the products. So this is where you would put all your collateral for your company. There's a way for people to contact you. There's even a way to have a live chat set up in your exhibit. And here's another feature that is good for people that have either training for their employees, for distributors, information about getting new distributors, getting new franchisees, or even investor information. We name it whatever we need to name it, but there's an authorization code. The general public can't get into this area. They have to have a password. The password can either be from the showroom exhibitor themselves saying, please go here to find out training for our distributors. This is an area where you can go and find out more information about becoming a distributor or becoming a franchisee. This would be private content areas, and the authorization code is given out when you send the invitation. This is also something that can be used for the companies that are looking for financial investors, that they work with us to build their private investment area, and then we will invite investors to meet them and come and get their information directly from their display. We hope that this helps you to understand more about what we're doing with the E-commerce Exchange, and we welcome you to join us as a sponsor in the Learning Center of a classroom or as an exhibit showroom sponsor. Please let us know if you have any other questions or need more information. Thank you.